I wanted to share this example of how a small VFX trick enhanced the storytelling and production value of a client project while saving them resources and time on location. This is a really subtle VFX project I received from Icon Media for their promo project for the National Center for Civil and Human Rights. They wanted a concrete column composited over the transitions between scenes, a sort of transition between those rooms that felt like it was part of the space. So the camera crew set up a black flag to indicate when and where the camera would move behind one column, and in the next scene where it would come out from behind the column in a different room. Now obviously anything that's this close to the camera is going to be pretty soft focus, and there's motion blur on top of that, and it's something that could be done in 2D using a concrete texture in Photoshop, but I actually found that using 3D tools made this process really efficient. So I was able to wrap the concrete texture around a column in a way that gives us the sort of compression of detail on the sides that we would expect to see on a curved surface. The best part about this is I was able to customize the lighting non-destructively instead of painting highlights and shadows the way I might have in Photoshop. I didn't want the column to draw too much attention to itself, so it's lit pretty dimly by this environment texture in the background here. And then I've used two lights to create a sort of backlight or rim light around the edges of the column. I spent some time going back and forth between the 3D tool and looking at the original footage to try to mimic the position and the general feeling of the lights that were in those spaces. Since my client in this case is a production company, I'm not delivering a finished shot, but rather a VFX asset that they can drop in on their editing timeline. So if you look at the transparency grid here, this is basically what I've rendered out to send them. That shot's labeled in a way that lets them know which part of the video it fits into, and they should be able to drop this onto their timeline in any professional editing software. This is a great example of how a VFX plan starts on paper in pre-production. The black flags were a great reference for me, and they gave me a really clear idea of where that column would go and what the pace of the movement of the camera was.